Hey, pardon me, sir. I think you have the wrong car.
Oh, thanks much, James. Great work in this film.
Thank you.
How much research you did for the identity disorder subject matter?
Did a little bit. I watched a lot of vlogs actually. It's quite a. Feels like the internet and YouTube and vlogging is sort of ideal for people that live with DID, because keeping a diary is very useful when you have DID. But I imagine it seems to be why there's so many of them online, so many of these vlogs online. But keeping a video diary seems to be even more effective, I think, for different alters being able to converse with each other, but to also just have an outlet to say, I'm here, this is the world and I'm in it, and I'm a participating member of it, and demonstrating that as well. I imagine that's quite empowering. So watched a lot of that, and that was good. And then the other thing was, I had 9 characters to build, so I had to, rather than kind of try and figure out what it was like for one person to live with all of those people inside them, I also had to figure out what it was like for each and every one of those people to just be alive and be one person.
Exactly.
So that was a hell of a lot of work, really. That was usually what I do for 9 movies,
As
you figure out what your character is, you know what I mean? But I had to figure out 9 characters for
one
movie.
movie. Yeah. Exactly. Did you have doubts when you were offered this role, or it was a no-brainer for you?
Yeah, totally. I'm not an actor because it's an easy job. I'm not an actor because it's because I'm not an actor because I don't want to be judged, or I don't want to be in an uncomfortable position. I'm an actor because I want to be putting myself in a vulnerable situation where I am bare naked on stage doing juggling which I've done actually, doing juggling whilst unicycling and pretending to be Jesus. Do you know what I mean? I've done that. That's the truth. I'm an actor because I want to do those things where you are challenging an audience to come with you somewhere that is scary, and not just scary because it's horrific or because it's scary, but scary because it's just like, this is crazy. I'm an actor because I want to do those things sometimes, and so it was a no-brainer for me completely.
After you saw this movie, your first thoughts that came to your mind?
When I first saw it, a deep relief that we hadn't done something that was bad. Whenever I watch a film of mine that's good, I feel that exact way. I'm just relieved that we've made something that isn't bad. I found it very funny. I found it very entertaining. I found it very surprising. Not just because it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie and people would be going like, oh, where's the twists and all that kind of stuff. It's a surprising movie just because from the word go, not because there's twists, but just because of what we keep revealing to you along the way about the characters and things. And as well as being scared and really disconcerted and made to feel very uncomfortable and very tense, I also laughed a lot, and so I was really happy with it.
Final question: favorite M. Night Shyamalan film?
Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know why. Really, it was sort of out there at the beginning of all the comic book stuff, along with X-Men. Really, there've been comic book stuff before it, of course, but at the beginning of this current batch of things that's been going on now for about 15 years, round about when Unbreakable and I think the first X-Men came out with Brian in 2000, that kind of time. And they're just very, very different, very, very polar opposite expressions of what heroes are and what villains are, and I liked it because of that.
Having a pleasure talking to you this morning.
Cheers, thank you.
Take care.
He's done awful things to people, and he'll do awful things to you.